Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. Here's Nembhard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you, Pascal Siakam has shown he is more than capable of passing the rock.
Pass to Hart. 5 on the clock. On deep, Brunson. Pacers with the rebound. And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive. Sometimes the mid-range is your best opportunity. Bridges more than willing to make that shot work.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. And good that time.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's Halliburton after OG Anunoby made that last three-pointer. Takes it out to Siakam. A three-pointer, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Back to Towns. And it's in there.
Guys, that is what you call two physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
Here's Nembhard. Here's Turner. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Boy, what great body control you saw there. Laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
First team foul.
The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Halliburton for 3. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Towns. Siakam pulls it in.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And Bridges with the block.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Now here's Brunson. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Pass to McBride. Here's Kolek. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Toppin, no one around him. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Right. Robinson up top. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Count the basket.
If you let Toppin penetrate, he is tremendous finishing. Boy, don't let him get off the dribble drive.
Robinson misses. Pass to McBride. Three-pointer right. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Toppin. Robinson pulls it in. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shamet with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Back to Robinson. The kick out to right. Pass to Kolek. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Launches it. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in New York. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And so good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
It's stolen by Mathurin. A shot by McConnell, no good. And here is Achua. Nothing on the board. They get it back. Here's McBride. And another turnover here by New York.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
On the wing, Walker. Back to Mathurin. Lays it up off the glass. Mathurin's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Achua. And here is Robinson. Back to Achua. On the wing, Anunoby. Bridges for 3. Walker with the rebound. Now the Pacers with it. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Pass to Bridges. At the top of the key, Towns shoots over Turner. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Indiana leading. Halliburton with it. Bridges covering. And it's good. 2 points. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Knicks trailed by 3. Back to Brunson. Pass to Shamet. Here's Kolek. Shot clock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Hart. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Kolek. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Brunson outside. Back to Anunoby. New York moving it around. Here's Towns. The rebound by Turner. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Nesmith. Gets the front of the rim and out.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Out to the right wing. From downtown, Nesmith can't get it to go. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The Pacers, 21.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's the Knicks with the ball. And the Pacers, Doris, last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league. That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Tyrese Halliburton go to the line here. It's going to go on Josh Hart. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Here's Nesmith after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Siakam's shot is off. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 8 points.
That to me is about Karl Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
And the Knicks with possession here. A kick out to Towns. Inside. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Siakam.
Excellent anticipation of a teammate's defensive ability. Siakam gets out in transition. Nice.
The jump hook. Anunoby, no good. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
We call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. To the right side. Nesmith can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Brunson being aggressive.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
To the wing right side. Nesmith. And once again off the mark by Indiana. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Boy, that's the last thing they need. This game's too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second.
Wow, that's a big-time finish from Tyrese Halliburton. Take off. Let him hear you, Tyrese.
Pass to Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 2.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Nembhard's shot is good.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Now here is Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. Here's Mathurin. It's hauled in by Achua. 1:33 left in the third quarter. McBride bounce pass. Mathurin for 3. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And it's Halliburton missing. Pass to McBride. Some nice passing by New York here. To the inside. It's tipped. Siakam, right side. That gives them the lead. Siakam's got 6 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Pacers?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Now McBride. To the middle. Pass to Kolek. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Mathurin, good.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
In the corner, Shamet with it. Achua with it. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. New York shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Out to Bridges. Pass to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. New York ahead.
39. The Pacers. 38.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And it's the Pacers with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Halliburton. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They looking around. They kick out to Anunoby. Here's Towns. Yes, that goes in. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks.
Boy, this guy has been on a mission. Karl Anthony Towns will not be denied on the offensive end of the floor.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Hands on Benedict Mathurin.
Defensive foul charged to.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. The Pacers making a switch here. I now would send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when you get inside, you score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 4. Walker. And he goes big with the dunk right over Mikal Bridges.
For his size, Walker has great burst off the bounce. going to the rack with energy. Is the D afraid to cut him off?
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Shamet on the wing. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Drives to the hoop. Hart with it. Mathurin picks him up. Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson outside. And again, it's New York.
The consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
46.
Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 8 here in the quarter.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Knicks lead by 4. Pass to Hart. Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Nesmith. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
As Siakam relishes the opportunity to deliver. That's a big-time basket.
Back to Hart. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
Here's Brunson. And he lays it straight in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
Halliburton has the kind of personality that keeps him steady in big-time moments. How about that? Unfazed.
Back to Anunoby. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
OG Anunoby at the line, 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the gap to 1. Now the Pacers with it. And Turner throws it down.
You want the answer? Can Miles Turner make tough shots in big moments? That's a definitive yes.
Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
Turner no good on the free throw. Here's Golick. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Turner with the steal. Halliburton drives in. Yes!
Halliburton just has a knack for understanding what his team needs, and that was a big-time clutch delivery.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Here's Brunson. Achua in the corner. No good from outside. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble a game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No luck that time either.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Bridges misses. And now they foul and stop the clock. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's off as well. So he misses both. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
We came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If it's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. Guess I gotta go again and show them it ain't luck, yup. And they thought it was over for me, boy, they had me. Been through all the rain, now the sun on me. Ain't no point in stressing, gonna be what it's gonna be. Back to back with the prayers, so many times I got it memorized. I done seen so much pain that got me desensitized. OG's talking about stick to the script, I had to improvise. This that classic B.I.G., I got them hypnotized. Moving at my own pace, doing it my way. Way before the braids, yeah, they been took the wave. Ain't nobody from the crib ever did it big like this. It's like my parents turning my kids how I'm taking care of they. I had to go through it just to get to it. Had to watch from the bench, I had to sit through it. Get to it, trust issues, brought my to it. My aunt had to do it. I hope the same demons don't haunt me. Come with the down life, members only. I'd have been down so bad before, I swear I wasn't gonna get back. But look, the old me and the new me is a mismatch. They don't understand or how much it's taking off your mind, off your soul, just to show up and make it. This for my daughter's overwhelmed. Even if he don't make no one never break it, cause we've been through this and that. Though we still intact, if they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's how I'm living, like I'm in a city. That's how I'm whipping, like I got a money. 4 a.m. in this, ain't going to sleep, I'm on a mission. Louis V on my bag, got some money, made a difference. I'm still the same, no different. But I came a long way from transported, penny pinching. Talking about L's, man, I hand them out on any given. Sunny clothes to the public, still I'm getting chicken. I'm just reminiscing, I was broke as when that song dropped. Effect, heard they talking about I switch, I put the city on my back.
Been through this and that, though we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
When I came too far to let you in me. Back coming, that's a fact, that's a fin that crack back. Shit, I knew I living. Used to dream of being big like baby. Martin Luther King, you should see how I live. Big necklace, wrist froze, big step, wrist, big. And I'm free, and I'm getting richer than a. I ain't look like low shit, man, he say glee. And the sleep get me back on my feet.
You feel better when it's earned, that's a fact. Play me, lesson learned, that's a fact. Everybody gon' get their turn, that's a fact. If the job ain't done, I don't wanna hear congrats. Mortal Kombat straight out the pit, that's a fact. Thought I wasn't gonna bounce back in this, that's a fact. The best thing my ex ever had, that's a fact. Only thing with they back against the wall is the plaques.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. Tip-off goes to Houston. Van Vliet, right side. Pass to Thompson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Van Vliet outside. Shot clock at 6. That one's in, his first shot this game. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Brunson Rockets with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Thompson with the bucket.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Thompson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Pass to Hart. Back to Towns. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Now here's Green. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Tries it from the top of the key. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Brunson driving the lane, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's a tie ball game.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Van Vliet looking around. No good with the triple. And here are the Knicks. Bridges inside. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Van Vliet wide open. Another miss by Houston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The kick out to Towns. For three, Bridges. It's rebounded by Şengün.
2 minutes.
Now the Rockets with it. Driving inside. And Şengün throws it down.
Great take from Şengün. Excellent. Probing the defense and finding ways to finish.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. New York trailing. Pass to Kolek. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the inside. Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yo, Jan, you watching?
List, right?
You missed him.
Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Just 4 to shoot. Kolek, no good. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pass to Eason. Now Smith. And Smith with the stop.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
And the Knicks with possession. Trailing by 2. Shamet on the wing. Back to Robinson. Here's Kolek. To the middle. And stolen by Eason. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Stolen by Robinson. Now here's Achua. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked it, yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
It's a tie game in New York. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Pass to Robinson. Back to McBride. And he banks in the layup. McBride's got his first points in this one.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Thompson in the posts. Some solid defense from Robinson. Here's McBride. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Out to Brunson. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Clark, famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Here's Van Vliet. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Misses the 3. The Knicks with the lead. Outside for Robinson. Brunson outside. Off target from three-point range. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Thompson. Unable to get that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Launches it from deep. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Here's Brooks. That one drops for him. Brooks has got the game tied up here for Houston.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize. I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And he gets it to go.
A force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Van Vliet attacking. And Green gets it to go.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Achua. And here's Towns. Covered by Green. And the dunk by Towns.
Big Cat says, take that.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. Houston with a big, good substitution here. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation. Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now, here is Holiday. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Smith with it. Now right defender. And it's blocked. Now Hart. Scoreless thus far. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
And Green slams it in.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Hart. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Holiday. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Whoa! I can't believe that.
I just saw.
Oh, my
God. Unreal.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
I'll tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Houston ball.
And here is Van Vliet. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Here's Van Vliet. Tries the spin move. No good off the spin. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
The Rockets shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün Jie is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Şengün, no good. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Şengün's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
Rockets leading by 3. Brooks with it. Down low. Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Knicks trailed by 5. Pass to Brunson. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Van Vliet with it. Brunson picks him up. They kick it out to Green. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. New York ball. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And Şengün throws it down.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Basket counts.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Green. There's the drive. And yes, it's good. Green's got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
drops in the layup for 2. Green's got 9 points.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
That's tipped. Now that one from Van Vliet.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Here's Brunson. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Pass to Tucker. Back to Brunson. Puts up a deep 3. Eason grabs the board.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Brunson outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Shamet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Shamet got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Towns with the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Right side, Green. Smith on the way. It's good from long range. He's got 7.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Bridges, no one around him. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Inside. And that one goes long. And Bridges jams it in.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And so it's... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Green. Thompson with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 13 points from Amen Thompson.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at your arc, Thompson will blow right by you.
Yeah, that they are demoralized now, guys. A careless play to turn it over and then slow getting back on defense. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Muscling through contact. This is where Şengün's at his best.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Green, bounce pass. Thompson. And the rejection by Towns. To the wing right side. Back to Payne. Here's McBride. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets leading by 13. Pass to Şengün. And he uses the glass on the layup. Şengün's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He told his team they're being too reckless with the ball. He said, you're turning it over left and right. You got to be smarter and more in control out there. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Houston leading by 15. Screen by Şengün. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Now, here's Hart. And Thompson sends it back. Stolen by Brunson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Thompson for three. Another miss by Houston. Knicks trailed by 15. Here's Robinson. Count it.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Rockets leading by 13. The drive by Green.
You know, when Green goes inside like that with that type of force and tenacity, it really gives the defense no option but to foul him.
And the first one at the line is good. That one is no good. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
The free throw dropped for Şengün.
What I like about Şengün is how versatile he is. I mean, especially as a passer.
Pass to Kolek. Back to Bridges.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Puts up a deep three. Brooks grabs the board. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Green. Here's Şengün. He goes up again, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Brooks outside. Thompson for three. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Knicks trailed by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Houston.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Şengün.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
To the paint, right. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Smith outside. beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Here's Houston now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Smith outside. Over to the wing. Three-pointer. Smith missing again. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference.
Substitution on the court.
.16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McBride. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.